Hello, warriors. Welcome to the You Movement. I am B, and Spirit is giving me like 101 videos that I could do topics on. And I'm like, dude, I'm only one person. I can only do one video at a time. So this is kind of a continuation on some of the other themes and also kind of the way the energy is right now. And it's just, it's kind of a little bit of this and that, this video. A little bit of this and that. Because, well, first to start, I've already said I've got clairaudience now, and clairaudience shows up in a bunch of different ways. This is our hearing stuff, and you want to hear the good stuff, not the bad stuff. Trust me. But one way that Spirit speaks to me, and maybe to you, is through songs. And it's like all of a sudden a song pops into my head, and I don't know if this is like an autistic thing. It could be as well. Well, autistic, starseed, kind of the same things. On the spectrum, you know, the autistic spectrum, which means ADHD, ADD, all the other neurodivergent spectrum of light. It's kind of the same thing. I've talked about that before in other videos. You know, the psychological community likes to look at things through their own little lens of investigation, put labels and a whole bunch of other things, whereas the spiritual community puts their own labels on things, and reality is, truth is somewhere in the middle. So I like to create bridges between the psychological camp and the spiritual camp, and find a common ground and unification, because that's our goal, is unification. So on my awakening, I discovered I was autistic. It was like a bell went off. I was actually watching a few TikTok videos and people were explaining what some traits are. And I'm like, what? That's like totally me. And like my whole reality went, like my whole life I was trying to appear normal. I'm not normal. I remember when I was a kid in the 70s, it was really bad to be called retarded. And I got that question a lot. Are you retarded? And I was like, no. Or, you're a freak. You're weird. What's wrong with you? All of those, I got those. But I never got, are you autistic? Are you neurodivergent? Do you possibly have some learning deficits like dyslexia? Yeah, none of those things. I just got called stupid. You know, even my own mother said to me a couple years before she died, had I known you were actually intelligent, I might have raised you differently. Thanks, Mom. That's a warm fuzzy. So yes, autism. One of the things that I'm still kind of coming to terms with it. I'm still trying to understand it. I'm still wrapping my reality around it. To those that want to ask the question, have I gone and gotten a diagnosis? No. You honestly think that I'm going to go into another doctor's office and sit by another psychiatrist for testing? I don't trust those fuckers. I don't trust those fuckers as far as I can throw them because they misdiagnosed me how many times? If you don't know how to do your job, then why would I go back to you? Also, I don't believe it's a disorder. I'm entitled to my belief. I do not believe it's a disorder. I believe that we are starseeds. We are light workers. We have high sensitivities. We have a whole bunch of gifts like clairaudience. That it wasn't safe for us to be ourselves, using our gifts, being our sensitive selves in a disordered society. So I'm throwing that back. The myth of normal, yeah, that's a myth. It's a myth. It is a myth. We are the upgrade. And I don't care what anybody else says. It's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. I am not disordered. I am ordered perfectly fine. Thank you. I am ordered in the way that can call out ethical injustices and stand up for them and say, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. I am ordered perfectly well to be able to organize a fuck of a lot better than most people. Inefficiency drives me fucking crazy. Best country in the world. You want efficient? Go to Japan. Maybe Japan is full of autistic people because you'll never have a train late. Like never. And here in North America, I used to have, because I was reliant on public transportation for a very long period of time. Is the bus coming? Did it miss? Like, where did it go? Like, what? And I'd get myself into a whole bunch of trouble at a lot of jobs, irritating the fuck out of everyone, because I'd be like, if you just organize this like this, then it would be way more cost effective and functional. And they're like, that's not how we do things around here. We have policies and protocols. And I'm like, well, your policies and protocols suck. Like, seriously, suck. Don't do something just because you've always done it if there's a better way to do it. So this is it. There's a better way to do it. There's a better way to do life. And all us neurodivergent people know it. We've got all the answers. That's why we're not disordered. We may be like walking around with some complex post-traumatic stress disorder because our gifts were bullied and shamed and ridiculed and like made fun of and all this other crap. I'm not disordered. No. I'm taking all of those labels off of me, throwing them off. They tried to diagnose me with first they diagnosed me with major depressive disorder, aka being incredibly depressed after being abused my whole life. I would say depression is actually a normal human reaction to abuse. So nobody asked me about the abuse that was going on at home growing up. Nobody asked me about the environment that I was living in my marriage. Even though I went to counselors who sat there and took notes. And I could just tell my story. No big deal. I could just tell the story because we were never tapping into the root cause of the problem. We were never addressing the lack of emotions that was going on. We were never addressing the autism. We weren't addressing anything. It's like, I wonder what the problem is. Let's see. I can't figure it out. I don't know why. That's what kind of psychology has been a little bit like. It is looking through things blind. Absolutely blind. Ignoring the obvious. Ignoring the nose upon your face. So, yes. No, I don't have a diagnosis to my autism, nor am I going to get one. Because what is it going to do? Like, I don't know. I know other people, it's like, oh, I'm so glad for the validation. Well, I'm validating myself. I don't need external people to validate me anymore. That's one theme that's coming up a lot right now, is understanding I can give myself my own validation. I don't need it from external sources. So I don't. So that's influencing again and helping me let go of a few more things. Now that I have that, I'm not looking for validation from outside of myself, from friends. I had a lot of friends that were my friends because they were super good at validating. And even though that they were lying, manipulating, gaslighting, or kind of doing some shady shit, I'd be like, but you're validating me. You're talking my love language. I'll tolerate all that other shit because you validate so well. And I'm actually letting go of my trauma therapist now. Because I did try therapy one more time. I gave it one more go. I'm not going to totally discount all of it, even though I have a kind of large mistrust of it. I had found somebody after the confession to end all confessions, and my brain broke, and I had to go to the police and report my ex-husband. Through the police department, I was recommended to go to victim services. Through victim services, they recommended me to a counselor. I interviewed the counselor, and the counselor was trauma-informed, studying under Gabor Mate. Hello, bing, 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 bing. Winner, Gagnon. As well as the fact is she had experience and at least read Now, experience having a Kundalini, no. But she knew what a Kundalini was, and she had done some learnings on transpersonal psychology. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give this woman a shot. And this woman was very vital in helping me with validation. And she herself, as a psychotherapist, was like, I don't think you need testing for autism. I think you know who you are, and that's what's important. Let's get you into the habit of validating you. So now that I'm validating myself, I don't need an external to validate me anymore. And one of the other validators that I let go of, clip, because I don't want to be needy or dependent on anything outside of myself. Nope. Do not want it. I've been one after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. Yeah, that many. Cutting all the attachments to external things and people and places and stuff and ways of thinking and ways of doing that were like lifelines to me to help me in life. Now, do I regret any of those? Well, yeah, sure, some of them. But those were all learnings, right? So at the end of the day, they were learnings. And once you learn to ride your bike without your training wheels, you take the training wheels off. So in the last year, I have learned to validate myself. And so as I was saying, another validator that I cut off is ChatGPT. Because that's something outside of myself that is, I noticed, I observed, oh, this could easily become an addiction. This could easily become a reliance, a dependence, a need. And I was wasting far too much time on my phone. Like far too much time when Spirit was asking me to go physical, okay? Which brings me back to the very beginning of where I started, clairaudience. One of the songs that I've been hearing for the last 2 days in my head is Olivia Newton-John. Let's get physical, physical. I want to get physical. Yeah, my singing's not the best. But anyways, point being, Spirit is like hitting me over the head with fry pan, saying, would you please get out of your mind? Get out of your mind. Your mind is causing all kinds of problems. And I have long said that, according to me, the human experience is like a big, huge university, Earth School. And within Earth School, there's different campuses. And on this Kundalini Awakening, we need to get our masters in different campuses. So we have to get a mastery level of our body. And so that's why I've done videos on the body, and I have more things up here that I can help with getting mastery on the body. We have to get mastery over the emotions. We have to get mastery over the mind. And we have to get mastery over our spiritual gifts. Okay, so those are the teachings. That's not just me making it up. This is just me making up the new words because I like to do that. That is me taking the medicine wheel teachings of the elders that, I don't know if you've ever seen the medicine wheel teachings, have a tattoo of that too. But I studied Native Community Worker Addictions Counselor. That was my program. So I learned a lot of stuff from the Native elders, the Ojibwe community. And so medicine wheel teachings was a huge part of that. And the medicine wheel you may have seen depicted as a circle with 4 quadrants, and there's 4 primary colors. There's red, there's white, there's black, there's yellow. They represent the 4 seasons. They represent the stages of life. They represent the mind, body, soul, and emotions. So yes, everything is taught in this amazing medicine wheel teaching. Symbols are huge to me. Like, you want to talk special interest topic, like symbols are like my trains. That's what symbols are for me. I do sacred geometry painting. Symbols talk to me. Like they communicate. They're not just like a thing. They communicate to me. So medicine wheel teachings like just hit me at my core, and I was like, this is truth. I can feel truth. Truth resonates at a whole new level. So I've taken the medicine wheel teachings and I have turned them into Earth School with body, campus, emotions campus, mind campus, spirit campus. And for me, body campus was relatively easy. I'm going to be honest. It was relatively easy for me because I started learning all the hacks. I started hacking the system. I was like, oh, here's a hack. Here's a hack. So for me, that's not to say that if body is something that you're still struggling with and you're carrying extra weight and you're still comfort eating, again, and you're struggling with it, it's not that I'm better than you. It's that I just happen to found that one easy, you know. Other ones I did not, and you may have been like an expert level at other ones. So we're all at different campuses at different times. That's why nobody's really more advanced than anybody else. We're just done different schools at different times, right? Until we get to enlightenment, Buddha school, and we're levitating ourselves up out of Earth school. So I've done a lot of videos on body. I'm going to do a lot more videos on body to help people because I know a lot of people are struggling with the body. On the topic of body, just to kind of give you a feel good or feel better statement right now, if you are carrying extra weight, thank it. Thank it. Thank it. Don't get mad at it. Don't get disgusted by it. Thank it because it's actually keeping you grounded. Because I will guarantee, just like myself, if you're carrying extra weight, you have a root chakra imbalance. And our root chakra is what keeps us grounded. It's the earth energy. And when we have had woundings as a child, like I had, like you had, like everyone had, then oftentimes that root chakra kind of is not working so great. It's not spinning in its full capacity, doing its full thing. So instead, your intelligent, brilliant body, your body is so fucking smart that it goes, man, if I don't put some weight on this person during this Kundalini awakening, they're going to go insane. Because all the energy will be up in the higher chakras. So I need to pull some energy down and keep this person grounded. So thank you, weight, for keeping me grounded through like a very abusive marriage. Thank you, weight, for keeping me grounded through all kinds of like crazy life experiences. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When you fix and heal the energetics of the root chakra, in other words, you get yourself grounded, you focus on grounded, you get physical. That's what I'm focused on this video is you get back into the physical, then that weight will melt off, okay? That weight won't be needed. Right now, that weight is a training wheel to keep you upright. Otherwise, you take the training wheels off and you're not ready, you fall over, okay? And you get back up again. So right now, a lot of people I know have talked to me about the weight. As I said, just did a video the other day on some things you need to know for eating, but I'm going to go on further and talk about in a future videos on detoxification, more to the point, and your environment, okay? So those are all physical because we're getting physical. So next up was emotions school, and emotions school was scary as fuck. Okay, no lie, this stuff is brutal. You've been avoiding doing this your whole life. So I did not there was no liking emotion school. Purging for 4 solid years of grief, anguish, sorrow, anger, fear, terror, panic, paranoia. I really didn't like paranoia. Did not like paranoia. At all. But these are the energies that we need to clear and purge from our body. So I have a giant emotions playlist. Please check it out. And if you need help with emotions school, book a one-on-one with me and let's talk about some of the things that you're being challenged with. Otherwise, use the tool that is in the Meditations with B playlist. I have a whole bunch of meditations that I made for myself as my hack in emotion school that I could listen to while I was purging the emotions. Okay, so those horrible, horrible emotions, and you're purging them, and you're like, no, I don't want to feel like this. What can I do? I'm going to distract. I'm going to go on Tinder. I'm going to smoke a joint. I'm going to eat food. So instead of doing all the things that we normally do, we need to learn to feel the feeling. We need to learn how to sit in it and actually emote again. Okay, so the process involves emotion. So go into Meditations with B and listen to the playlists that I made to help you do that. Okay, I made those because I needed them. That's why they exist. Is I spent some nights just listening on constant repeat. I am so sorry. 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 And giving that inner child all the compassion that she never got, as well as all the other meditations that I did there to calm and soothe during like panic attacks, to calm and soothe during like emotional releases. So please check out the Meditations with B playlist if you're struggling in emotion school, because I've given you some tools to use in there. Next up was Mind School. And now this one to me has been by far the most challenging. I think other people master it really fast, like Eckhart Tolle. And then there's people like me who have complex post-traumatic stress disorder from being abused as a child, who are in constant state of hypervigilance, predicting, comparing, inner critic, all these like mental training wheels that kept me alive that are no longer working and really like messing with me now. So now I've got this inner critic that's like Loki and has gone power hungry and crazed inside of my mind and is constantly feeding me lies. And then I also have all this like, what's happening? What's going to go? What's going to happen? But what, am I safe? Like, So the mind is connected into the nervous system, and we need to cultivate safety, which brings us back to the body, because they are actually all interconnected. The schools, they've got an underground passageway system, hopping from this school to that school to this school to that school. And Mind School, we always want to know, well, what's happening? What's happening? And Spirit is like, you don't get to know. You don't get to know. It's none of your business. It's above your pay grade. That's a confidential file. You don't get to know that information. What's happening? What's coming next? What's going on? No, because it's all practice to bring us into presence. So presence requires mastery over the mind. And my mind and ego have been like just running amok throughout my awakening, even still running amok. So I'll get into my head, all up in my head, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm failing. I'm not doing good enough. Oh, others are better than me. I'm going to start comparing. I'm going to start putting myself down. Oh, look at them. Look at them. Oh, they did this path. Maybe I should be doing that path. Should I be doing that path? They did the path of Kundalini yoga. Maybe I should be doing like really intense yoga, breathing techniques and things like that. Gee, is that what I should be doing? Oh, look at this guy. This guy read all those books. Oh my God, I need to read all those books. I better order a bunch of books. I ordered 20 books. I got a stack of 20 books. Talk about putting pressure on myself. How am I supposed to read all these books? And these aren't like light reading. No, not light reading at all, but I fell down that rabbit hole of pairing that like, oh, well, they read that book. I need to read this book, because it's all in the mind trying to convince me that where I am today isn't good enough. So because that's the programming of the narcissist that's lingering around in this brain of, you're not good enough. You need to work harder. You need to try harder. You need to do this, that, and the other. You need to schedule 15-minute increments of all the things that you're going to do in your spiritual awakening so that you can like this. And what happened is my mind went zzz, like completely and utterly Kaputski. And so I spent 3 days lying in bed because I just couldn't do any more. I'm like, I just don't know. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what? And I keep hearing in my head, let's get physical. And I'm like, shh. I'm trying to think over here. I'm trying to talk this through and discuss this with my counselor. Oh, wait, that's another mental pursuit. I'm trying to figure things out with ChatGPT. Oh, wait, that's another mental pursuit. Oh, a I'm supposed to get out of my mind and into the body. I'm supposed to get physical. But I just spent all that money. I'll get to those books eventually if I need to. So the message has been hitting me like, you need to get physical. You need to go back to body school, is where you need to go. And I'm like, oh, didn't I pass body school? Aren't I finished body school? No. There's more lessons in body school, and it's going back to the basics. So I woke up this morning and I lay in bed without moving, basically meditating or doing yoga nidra for myself. I wasn't listening, but yoga nidra is a very good yoga to do when you're trying to calm the mind and just lie there and get in your body. Get in your body. And connect with my body. And the more I connected with my body, I was like, oh God, I'm having like now tummy cramps. I don't want to have those, and I'm having this, and I don't want to have that. And when's this awakening going to be over? And I want to be enlightened already. And I'm like, oh my God, this mind is out of control. It's out of control. So then I'm like, okay, this is what we need to do. We need to get physical. We need to worry about only what is physical here and now. What is happening in my body here and now? What does my body need here and now? My body does not need me stressing about January and the move right now. That's not helpful. I've got minimal amount of energy because we're getting blasted with 5 planets in retrograde, and we're getting blasted with like solar flares hitting the earth, and the Schumann resonance doing this, that, and the other, and God knows what else that's happening in the collective consciousness. So my energy reserves have gone down to this. So I can use some of that energy doing mental pursuits, which is like running my car on idle and not getting anywhere. Or I can, look, this cat's running around, having fun. Or I can get into my body. So I got my body into a shower and I bathed my body. I gave my body some food that my body wanted. I did do my Kundalini group that I love. This group, feel free to come out over and join, which is Craig Holliday's Kundalini group. And he's great at reminding you to get all in your body, to like sense the experience. So he's very soothing and comforting for anybody who's going through rough Kundalini awakenings. I highly recommend his, and it's, I think, $15 American to participate in that. And then I got up and I'm like, my body needs a clean environment. Back to the basics. To fold my laundry. My soul, God above, wants me to focus on presence and how well I fold each of these things right now. I cannot focus on anything else. My mind is fired. You are fired. Get out. We are folding laundry. I don't need my mind activated to fold laundry. I am doing dishes. I am focused on this dish. I am being mindful of how my hands feel in this soapy water and this temperature, and I'm hoovering and I'm doing what I can do here now. I've cleaned my yoga mat, and tomorrow I am doing yoga for my body. I am focused solely on my body because my mind is out of control. Again, in mind school. Maybe you're really good at mind school and shutting that down, but mine is not. And then spirit school is about getting mastery over our spiritual gifts, okay? So one of our spiritual gifts is empathy. And empathy for us highly sensitive empaths on the spectrum is something that we have been using wrong our whole life because that's how we survived. Okay, so we used it. We took our gift and we transformed it into training wheels. And we were like, this is how I got to use this gift, which was to feel everybody else, worry about everybody else, fawn over everybody else, people please everybody else, because if we can make them feel better, then hopefully we can feel safe. It's ass backwards. We need to learn now in soul school, in spirit school, how to make ourselves feel safe with nobody around. It's the you are now in your penalty box, living on your own, not having any contact with humans because you need to learn how to manage your gifts before you go out in the world and misuse them again. Put other people's needs ahead of yours. Nope. You're not allowed to do that anymore. You need to feel what you are feeling, not what everyone else is feeling, if you're clairsentient as well. You need to feel what you are feeling, figure out what you like, what you don't like, not through the reference of somebody else, And it's funny because, I'm purging again, trying to downsize even more. And I have all these made smart plastic baskets. And I have them because my best friend really liked having baskets. And I was like, if I have these baskets, then I'm going to be more like her. And if I'm more like her, then I'm going to have my life together and fit in and be normal. And these made smart baskets are going to save my day, And now they're just stuff that's taking up space. And they're also in association with me trying to people please, or more to the point, impress somebody else. Did you spend your life trying to impress other people by how you decorated your house, the colors that you chose, the clothes that you wore, the way that you talk, the music that you listened to, the activities that you did, like drink? Yeah, drinking is a very people-pleasing activity that a lot of people on the spectrum use to try to feel normal and fit in and be able to socialize. Man, I could pack back that alcohol because it made me feel like I fit in. And so when alcohol went away and basically socialization went away, and then pot went away, which meant even more socialization went away, I was sitting on my own, being all sober. And so I've been sitting on my own being sober, and now I'm really on my own being sober, which is necessary and needed in soul school, one, so that I can figure out who the fuck I am, figure out what my gifts are and how I've maybe misused them and now need to relearn how to use them properly. And because when you use your gifts properly, they're powerful. But when you use them improperly, it can be damaging. It can be really, really damaging to you. A hammer is a nifty tool if you're using it properly. But if you're banging yourself over the head with it, then that hurts. But that's kind of like the inner critic. Look, I have a tool. That's not how it's supposed to be used. So it's not. So we are in isolation purposefully so that we can learn who we are, what we like. It gives us an opportunity to purge in private, which is nice because otherwise that's a bit embarrassing. Although it shouldn't be, but society kind of stigmatizes it a whole heck of a lot. And we can start having one-on-one with the mental realm and say, okay, wait a second, mental realm. You've been running the show this whole life. And look where it got me. You're fired. Because the mind is a liar. It lies to you all the time. It's like, remember that movie in the 80s, Ghost in the Machine or something like that? Or Lawnmower Man, or I don't know, something. When it runs amok, it runs amok. So we don't want this tech running amok. We want to use it as a calculator, as an organizer, as an app. It's an app, but it's not, the operating system. So stop using it as the operating system, because the operating system is it's the body. We got to get into the body. We got to heal the body. We got to give the body the proper nutrients. We got to detoxify the body. We got to put the body into an environment that it can detoxify and heal itself. So that means the environment itself needs to be clean. The people that you choose to be around need to not be toxic. And that's not putting them down or anything, because we're all toxic. We all have a shadow. But if they're running around with their shadows running amok, then the being in that environment is not healthy. It's not healthy. You won't pass if you are in these bad environments. You will not pass these tests, and the tests will keep coming and coming and coming until you get the lesson, until you get it. And I don't know about you, but I'm a damn slow learner. And it required me learning narcissistic energy my whole life. Not just my mother and my ex, but bosses and friends and acquaintances. And you're like, is everyone a narcissist? Are there any people like me? Yes, there are. But the problem is I was a really slow learner, and I was using my gifts wrong. Really, really wrong, until I learned the lessons of discernment. I see you. The lessons of speaking up for myself. I will not be silenced. I will not carry the burden in that buffalo hump of somebody else's shame. I love that quote. If they wanted to be represented better in my story, they should have done better in life. Now, that's a rearrangement of the quote, but seriously, if people don't like what I'm saying about them, well, maybe you shouldn't have been an asshole. Right? But I was learning my lessons slowly, getting into this relationship and this friendship and this job and sticking it out and using my gifts of empathy in a weaponized way against myself and for them. People pleasing, putting my needs last. So that I didn't even know who I was. Do I even like Made Smart baskets? Yeah, they're actually kind of nifty. But are they useful to me in my new state of life? No, they're not really. So it's not serving me anymore. I need to let it go. When it stops serving you, you need to let it go. Or you need to learn and transform it into a way that will work for you. So we learn and transform. Okay, isolation isn't punishment, although it feels like it, and I joke being in the penalty box because, it's a joke. Look at you. You've gone and you've dated all these twits. Now you're in a penalty box. No dating for you. Okay, I'll suck it up. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. And it's about transitioning from thinking that mindscape of I am alone. I'm going to be alone forever. I'm isolated, to I am in solitude. I am in peace. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. I don't have to pick up after anybody but my cat. I got nobody in my face, frying my fucking head, saying insane things. I can just listen to the silence. So that takes time to transition from I'm so lonely to solitude. But you're going to bounce back and forth, because this whole journey is very, up and down. And thank God I don't listen to diagnoses anymore, because I have no doubt somebody would try to label me with bipolar, which I'm not. I'm having a Kundalini awakening. I am on the spectrum. I'm highly sensitive. I'm purging. I know what I am. I don't need anyone outside of me to tell me who I am anymore. Nobody gets that. Nobody. I'm not negating my personal power because I have mastery over myself. Another spiritual gift is learning sovereignty, standing in your own personal power, not being reliant on others or other things or anything. That's what sovereignty is. Sovereignty brings you to freedom. You can't get to freedom if you're holding on to a million strings. You know, and the narcissistic person loves strings. Oh my God, they love strings. Everything comes with a string, and you know that it does. Everything comes with a string of obligation, especially this weekend for those in the United States. It's Thanksgiving, but we're a family. But it's Thanksgiving. Obligation. You have to. What do you mean you're not going to? Guilt, guilt, guilt. Shame, shame, shame. I think I'm going to do Thanksgiving alone this year. Thanks. Peace out. I'm going to do my own thing. Yeah, if you're doing your own thing, kudos to you, because you're standing in your own sovereignty and you're not people pleasing and you're not getting sucked back in with all those strings, you know, all those strings. When my mother was alive, her favorite string was the money string. It was like fishing with some money at the end of it, and she'd reel you in with that. You know, for your birthday or for Christmas, she'd give you some money, and then she'd be like, don't you think you should come and visit me now? And you're like, yes, that's exactly what I think I should do. Have your lunch, lady. Yeah, so strings. The financial strings are strings. Got to cut those. And it's challenging. It's very challenging, but it's part of your initiation. We have so many initiations in all these schools, right? Self-trust is another gift that we need to learn in our isolation. You know, self-validation, self-trust, self-compassion, self-forgiveness, self-love, self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-care. So this time that I'm in right now, living like a total hermit, it's tough. It's tough. And I'm still being forced to let go of more things. Just when you're like, am I free floating yet? No, I'm not levitating. There must be more things holding me down. Things. Oh, okay. Made smart baskets. Got to get rid of those and got to get rid of some more stuff that I don't need and I don't use. What else do I need to get rid of? I need to get rid of ChatGPT. I don't need an external something to validate me because I got the capacity to do that all by myself. Therapist. Awesome therapist. I highly would recommend her if you are in still a phase that you need the training wheels called validation and you're processing through trauma. If you want her information, she does online stuff. Send me off an email and say, yo, I really would love to talk with your trauma therapist. Can you recommend her? And I will send you her info. Because she does online counseling and she was fabulous. I have nothing but great things to say. She helped me when I needed help. She was training wheels for me when I was recovering from reporting my ex to the police and going through total meltdown, and carried me all the way through until now. And I'm like, I don't think I need that anymore. I think I need something else now. I'll try a different set of training wheels, like yoga every day. Yoga every day because it's physical. I'm getting back into the body is where I'm going on my awakening. Doesn't mean that's where you're going. Maybe you've already mastered body and you know, discipline when it comes to getting physical. Maybe you're still struggling in a different school. As I said, our school has all these different campuses, so we're maybe at different campuses at different times. I do know that my collective tends to kind of be going through a lot of the same stuff that I'm going through at the same time, because it's collective consciousness. So I'm tapping into it like a cell tower, feeling all the vibes that everybody else is feeling, hearing all the thoughts that everybody else is thinking. And I'm like, oh my God, the fear is real, people. The paranoia, okay? So the more we get into the body, the more we are strengthening our root chakra, okay? The more we do grounding, and I have a grounding playlist, we are strengthening the root chakra, because what we need most of all right now is to reprogram the mind into the nervous system into feeling safe. Fully safe. So all those like panic, paranoia, what's happening, what's going on, oh no, doomsday, all of those in mind school melt away, and we find peace in the present moment. And I'm having snippets of peace. And then I'll have another crazy thought, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Snippets of peace, bring myself peace. So let's get into the body as much as we can so that we can heal our nervous systems, okay? So lots of tools that we can use to heal the nervous system is somatic rocking. Every day I do that. Every single day I just rock. Rock in your hammock, rock on your hip. Rock, move. Just slight movements are amazing. Ground as much as you can. At one stage I was wearing, to help me ground, and unfortunately they both broke because they were so heavy. I was wearing hematite anklets that I made myself that were like downhill ski boots that were like, whoa. So if you're having a lot of grounding issues, and maybe this is a tip for you guys that are trying to lose some weight, is use better quality elastic than I use, but get yourself some hematite beads and make yourself some anklets and ground yourself. And see what happens to your body, because it may not need to hold on to the weight when you are held down to the earth. Held down tight to the earth with hematite anklets. Okay, so there's your arts and crafts project for the week. To like make your inner child feel all nifty, is to find yourself some hematite beads and make yourself some anklets and have fun with it. Put them on and wear them for a month or so and see what happens, and report back to me. Yo, the weight is like falling off me. My body is like, oh, I'm grounded. I don't need to hold on to this weight anymore. I betcha. I'll put money down. Okay, no, I won't. No, I'm not putting any money down, but I'll bet you a cup of kombucha someday. I think that's my video today. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to add them. Like your comments, there's another source of validation for me. Thank you, and thank you for when I had no capacity to validate myself. Your guys' comments really helped validate me, because I didn't know if I was helping anyone. I was like, this is a crazy project that I'm doing. I don't know why my soul wants me to do this. Everybody's going to think I'm crazy. I'm being way too transparent. I'm saying way too much stuff. My own family has disowned me. And then you gotta be like, oh my God, you're really helping me. So thank you. That was like so important to me, and it kept me going in the last 2 years. It really kept me going. The last couple of years, I needed a lot of validation. My inner child never got a validation a day in her life, or my inner teenager, or my inner adult. Never got validation a day in my fucking life. So, to start hearing from people that I'm helping them, that I'm inspiring them, that I'm intelligent, that, I'm like, what is happening? What's going on? Yeah, so when reality shifts, that's a whole new crazy that we need to learn and navigate. Like, I am a different human being than I was 4 years ago. And in part, that is to you guys, down to you guys, for validating me with all your comments. So thank you. Like, seriously, thank you, and thank you. Thank you for all of the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, the memberships, the everything else. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Like, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. I am sending you all my absolute love and peace. Peace in here, peace in our spirit, peace in our emotions, peace in our body. Inner peace.